Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
So the Hare Krishna mantra, which is also known as the Maha Mantra, the great mantra for deliverance, is made up of 3 words of God. Hare, which means the energy of God, Rama, which means the reservoir of all pleasure, and Krishna, which means the most attractive person. So God has to be the most attractive person. No one would dispute that. So when we chant this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, we are saying the names of God constantly. So this is a very powerful mantra, and of all mantras, it's the most powerful. This is why it's called the Maha Mantra.
Yeah, chanting the mantra, I mean, it's very powerful. It's something you can do almost at any time, in any place. There's no real restrictions on it. And the more you realise that actually this mantra, you know, it's not just, you know, these are not material sounds like Prabhupada describes. This is a vibration from the spiritual world. So we might not be able to see the spiritual world, you might not be able to smell it straight away, but through this sound we can actually, you can enter into it, you can hear it. When everyone sings together, you can really get swept away into a completely different place. So there's nothing better. I remember speaking to one, he was a DJ where we live, and he said he'd been to so many parties, so many nightclubs, so many raves, but nothing compared to a kirtan where all the Hare Krishnas were all dancing and singing together.
So Krishna consciousness for me has given life a real purpose, I would say. When I went into my 4th year of university, I met my now wife at the time, someone that just sat next to me, and she had come from a Krishna conscious background, and there was just something about her. She had such a grounding which was very different to the people around me, and she presented to me some books that she said were worth reading, particularly because I was asking a lot of questions about life and things that just didn't make sense to me. And I started reading one of Srila Prabhupada's autobiographies, and there was just something about that book that really did actually change my life, and things just connected, and all of a sudden I realised that actually God does exist, and there is a purpose to life, and there is more to life than going out and doing things. And I guess I was asking myself, when I used to go out, I used to drink, I occasionally had smoked, and I was looking for a path to try and make myself happy, but I didn't realise at that time that what I was actually doing wasn't happiness. It was a temporary relief from pain that I felt I must have been suffering inside, if that makes sense. And all these books and all this philosophy just sort of made sense to me with what I felt innately. I'd say since then the journey's just been beautiful, and I've grown a lot in so many different ways, which I think I'm just so grateful to Krishna and Srila Prabhupada for everything that they've done, because they really have given my life it's a different foundation, but it could have gone in a completely different direction, really.
It probably sounds a bit melodramatic to say that it saved my life, but it did, because my son committed suicide when he was 21. And I guess that's one of the worst things that can probably happen to a mother. And having the mantra and the philosophy to hold on to was really the only thing that got me through it. And for that, I'll be ever grateful to our Divine Master, Srila Prabhupada.
chanting of Hare Krishna actually changes your consciousness. When you chant, you will actually feel your consciousness and your awareness of things in general change. It's a very definite and a very profound thing.
When I got more serious involved in Krishna consciousness, I realized that I discovered something that I wanted to share with the rest of the world. So about 10 years ago, I decided that the best way to be able to share what I discovered and given me a lot of peacefulness and satisfaction in my life could only be achieved by having an actual building in Bristol where people could come to and feel the amazing benefits of Krishna consciousness. That's the main reason for having any centre anywhere in the world, is for the benefit of other people. And I also enjoy giving out Krishna consciousness, so it's not just a case of giving out and not me not getting any satisfaction, but I enjoy talking about Krishna. So when people come and have a nice time, then it also makes me happy as well.
The highest charity work, the highest welfare work, is to help people get out of this cycle of birth and death. There are many charity works, different kinds of charity. Charity in the mode of goodness, charity in the mode of passion, like this. But spiritual charity work is to help one in an eternal way. So this is the meaning of Krishna conscious charity work, is to help people get out of the cycle of birth and death and make a permanent solution to the suffering that they are undergoing in this material world.
I mean, there's nothing special about me. I'm an ordinary person, but I am special because I've found this panacea, this medicine that's changed my life. I mean, I wouldn't say that I was a particularly bad person before I met the devotees, but I was certainly a very mundane person. I find that, you know, my life has become complete by becoming a Hare Krishna devotee, and all I can really do is try and improve what I do in that regard.